After more than a month of fierce competition, the latest round of flagship battles is about to come to an end. As one flagship finishes its show, the mid-range models take the stage, especially the performance-focused models here, featuring 2K screens and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. The Double 11 Shopping Festival has pushed this round of performance phone battles to a climax. The iQOO Neo11 features a flat screen and flat frame design, with a frosted metal middle frame that resists fingerprints. When facing the wind and pixel patterns, the two main colors, ice blue, reveal a warm pink hue as it passes through the swirling texture. The classic iQOO City design hides 78 large orange pixel blocks, complemented by a silky smooth satin AG glass that feels warm to the touch. There is a subtlety within the passion. If you prefer a more understated style, the classic black and white options are also available to suit your taste. The series' signature floating buckle design is also retained in the 11, but it's now more compact, giving your left hand more space when gaming in landscape mode. It feels even better in hand, and if I hadn't said it, you might not notice the iQOO Neo11 screen is actually bigger. It's grown from 6.78 inches before to 6.82 inches. The feel hasn't changed much, but the screen specs are truly maxed out. It uses a BOE Q10+8 TLTPO OLED panel with 2K resolution, a maximum 144 Hz refresh rate, and a pixel density of 510 ppi. There's really nothing to nitpick about the specs. Our lab ran a full round of tests on the iQOO Neo11 screen. The maximum manual brightness reached 773 nits, and the global peak brightness went over 1,700 nits. Plus, it comes standard with a factory-applied AR anti-reflective film, so you can't use screen glare as an excuse for letting your teammates down when gaming outdoors. But let's not always use outdoor scenarios to talk up the AR film. With reduced screen reflections, the contrast is effectively improved. When playing dark-themed games or watching thrillers indoors, you'll appreciate how the AR film helps you see details in shadows. The default color temperature is 7041 Kelvin, which looks cool and matches most Asians' visual preferences. Color temperature uniformity is 98.76%. There won't be issues with the screen looking too warm or too cool. Professional mode is closer to the standard 6500 Kelvin white point color temperature, and the S2GB and P3 color gamuts are lower, so color accuracy is better. Vivid mode matches the P3 wide color gamut, focusing on visual impact over color accuracy. The default natural mode balances visual appeal and accuracy, making it suitable for most users. For eye protection, let's analyze the screen. Its blue light peak is at 460 nanometers, outside the generally recognized harmful range. For a mid-range phone focused on performance, this 2K flat display not only has strong specs on paper, but also delivers in real viewing and objective metrics. It really feels like it's punching above its weight. Among recent phones from brands with similar philosophies, you won't find another like this. The screen is great, but the overall experience, especially gaming, must match it. This time, the iQOO Neo11 really steps up. It has a self-developed Q2 esports chip supporting 2K texture, super resolution, and up to 144 frames per second for ultra-high frame rates. To fully utilize this 2K 144 Hz Everest level display. So what exactly is 2K texture super resolution? For example, in Genshin Impact, after enabling the Quarter 2 chip and setting it to the highest resolution, the characters aren't just given a simple sharpening of their outlines. Take a look at the edges of the hair, the facial textures, and the detailed patterns on the clothes and accessories. They all look noticeably richer and clearer, don't they? The same goes for the details of buildings and trees in the scene. For FPS games like Game for Peace, it supports up to 2K resolution and 124 FPS with super resolution and super frame concurrency, so both resolution and frame rate are maxed out. For native performance, besides the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and the self-developed Q2 gaming chip, this time, the iQOO Neo11 uses hardware and software scheduling, plus the same monster SuperFusion engine as the iQOO 15. The Prophet scheduler predicts and allocates computing resources early to minimize dropped frames. The Lightning accelerator fine-tunes memory allocation and optimizes the game display pipeline to reduce sudden stuttering. As for the user, you just do what you always did, simply turn on monster mode. The cooling setup is a bit over the top, with just the VC vapor chamber alone covering 8,000 square millimeters. Let's get straight to hands-on testing with games, starting with Honor of Kings. Honor of Kings has reached its 10th anniversary. The iQOO Neo11 now supports native 144 frames per second output, making it one of the first devices to offer both native 144 FPS and ultra-high graphics quality. In testing, the frame rate hit 144 FPS, with average power use at 4.8 watts, and the phone's back hit over 39 degrees Celsius. With low to medium loads, performance is fully unleashed. For mid to high loads like running and fighting monsters in Genshin Impact's Natlan region for 30 minutes at 873p, the frame rate was also maxed out, with power use at 4.6 watts and a max back cover temperature of 38.2 degrees Celsius. It stays cool even when the CPU is heavily utilized. Similarly, after half an hour of running Honkai Star Rail at 810p resolution, the frame rate reached 59.34 FPS and the maximum temperature on the back still didn't exceed 40 degrees Celsius. This cooling system is actually quite impressive. In terms of performance output, power consumption control, and temperature management, the iQOO Neo11 already outperforms other recent phones with the same chipset in these games. Even looking at the entire mid to high-end segment, it can almost compete with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 flagship models. During the demanding half-hour golden hour in Star Rail with exploration and combat, the 981p510 maintains solid performance at 8 frames per second. With its 7500 mAh battery fully charged, the Neo11 underwent a 5-hour battery life test. Having 59% battery remaining is quite impressive. Next, for continuous use, after the battery died and the device shut down, it still played Genshin Impact and Star Rail, both at 60 FPS with maxed custom graphics for an hour each, plus PUBG Mobile at smooth graphics and 144 FPS for an hour. Afterward, it could be played a bit longer, with Honor of Kings also running at 60 FPS and maxed custom graphics. In total, it lasted over 8 hours. Honor of Kings is also among the first to support 144 FPS with extreme graphics in Game for Peace and 144 FPS with smooth graphics. In this mode, the 2K screen's battery life is as follows. That's actually quite impressive. With moderate to heavy daily use, getting a bit more than a full day out of it is no problem. It has 100-watt fast charging. In tests, it charged from 1% to 30% in 15 minutes and to 57% in 30 minutes. To fully charge it takes a total of 55 minutes. For this positioning, I think this speed is more than enough. Plus, the charger included in the box supports up to 100 watts full power PD fast charging, so when you're on a business trip, it can also charge your laptop or iPad. You don't need to bring those anymore. The iQOO Neo11's external features are still comprehensive. It uses an ultrasonic under-display fingerprint sensor. Just swipe your finger to register, very convenient. It also has IP68 and IP69 protection, so daily rain or water resistance is no problem. If you ever find yourself in extreme conditions and your phone gets too hot, you can even manually activate water cooling to lower the temperature. Although imaging isn't the main selling point of the iQOO Neo11, its 1/1.5-inch main camera paired with an 8-megapixel ultra-wide dual camera setup is basically sufficient for everyday recording. Since the main camera's image quality and color reproduction have no major flaws, even when digitally zoomed up to 2 times, the image quality remains usable. I'm not sure what you think about this generation's standard iQOO Neo11, but in my view, as a performance-focused device, the iQOO Neo11's positioning is quite different this time. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 Leading Edition and the self-developed Q2 gaming chip together are definitely strong points. Its performance output is basically top tier among devices of the same period, class, and platform. The rare 2K display in this price range is an even greater strength. And for gaming, it also supports 2K plus 144Hz super resolution and super frame concurrency across the entire screen. When it comes to gaming experience, the iQOO 11 really delivers both performance and user experience. If you want design quality, a great screen, and top-notch gaming performance all within this budget, I think the 11 is definitely worth going for at this stage. For more hands-on data on the iQOO Neo, feel free to follow our mini program with the same name. See you in the next episode.